Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance introduces a new group of villains called the Kadistu, a powerful group of female demons who were known in mythology for being related to prostitution and mated to Samael, the Angel of Death. The leader of this group is the original independent woman of Abrahamic mythology, Lilith. Her name is roughly translated as Night Demon, and while its use in the Bible is questionable at best, the idea of Lilith is often considered to come from a different culture. Some experts have suggested that her name comes from Lilitu, a Mesopotamian word for a demon or spirit. Others have pushed this further, linking Lilith to Lamashtu, a very similar demon from Mesopotamian myth who probably deserves her own video at some point. Lilith is known in some Jewish belief systems, including Agadah and Zohar, as the first wife of Adam, created before Eve. Much like Adam, she was created from dust. While Adam enjoyed her company, Lilith refused to submit to him, feeling herself to be his equal and insisting on being on top during certain acts. The two started to fight, and in anger, Lilith profaned the true name of God, and was immediately cast out of Eden. Due to Adam's pleas, the Lord offered her a second chance in Eden, so long as she would allow 100 of her offspring to die each day. But Lilith left a counteroffer. She would allow 100 of her offspring to die, but in return would be allowed to prey on the children of man. Lilith would go on to be blamed for infant mortality right after birth. She also became a succubus figure, threatening the sexual purity of young men. The children mentioned are the Lilim, a group of lesser succubi. I've always assumed that her origin is linked to a perceived inconsistency in the Book of Genesis, where the creation of woman is described in two different ways in different places. Lilith would streamline this by being the woman of Genesis 1, while Eve would become the woman of Genesis 2. That said, I am far from a Bible scholar, so take that with a pillar of salt. With her mythological basis out of the way, we're going to move on to her implementation in the SMT games. Spoilers ahead for the titles listed on screen now. And while I give people a chance to look at the timecodes and skip ahead, if you've watched this far and haven't subscribed yet, you may as well do so, and maybe check out some of the other videos on the channel when you're done with this one. Lilith has been a fixture in the series since the original Shin Megami Tensei game, where she took on the persona of Yuriko, a young human woman who was obsessed with the protagonist, who himself was likely a reincarnation of Adam. Under the alias of Rie, she would also act as an ally to the Chaos Hero, as well as serve as a boss in the Law and Neutral roots, fought inside the Great Cathedral. In this game and beyond, her design is based on Lilith's appearance as the main antagonist of the 1990 horror film Night Angel, and was, of course, designed by legendary artist Kazuma Kaneko. The snake she carries is a reference to both Night Angel and Samael, the Angel of Death who served as one of her consorts, and takes the form of a serpent in the Megami Tensei games. Interestingly enough, this would not be the last appearance of Yuriko, as she would reappear as the Black Samurai in Shin Megami Tensei 4. In that game, she traveled throughout the Eastern Kingdom of Mikado, while wearing a Demonica suit from Strange Journey, carrying forbidden knowledge. When shared with regular people, this knowledge would transform them into demons, much like she was. Yuriko also acts as the head of the Ring of Gaia, the main proponents of chaos in that world and most of the mainline Megami Tensei games. Her demonic design in this game is almost spider-like. It also sets her up as a foil to Merkaba, her counterpart on the side of law. Lilith would also appear in notable roles in a few other places. She had a role in a few of Aya Nishitani's new Digital Devil story novels, but I haven't read those yet, so I can't really speak to them. In Shin Megami Tensei If, she serves as the ruler of the world of envy, being representative of Tamaki's companions' own envious feelings. In Soul Hackers, Lilith is one of the guardians of the post-game dungeon, the Corridor of Time. I'm not entirely sure what connection the bosses of that dungeon have with each other, but if you have any theories, then I'd love to hear them. The Shadow Chaser, a character from the MMO SMT Imagine, is also implied to be Lilith, as she becomes feasible after completing the Chaser's questline. Lilith also shows up as a New Game Plus exclusive boss in Devil Survivor 2, being part of the Original Wife event where she mind-controlled a number of young men to protect her using powerful demons, leading to an interesting fight where Lilith had to be defeated without killing any of the men who served her. And from there we come to today, with the release of Vengeance. Lilith is a very interesting character, and I'm excited to see what they do with her and the rest of Kadistu. I won't try to speculate because I haven't actually played Shin Megami Tensei 5 yet, though you can be pretty damn sure that I'll be playing it over the next few weeks. And with that, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.